My name is Ben Bell. I'm a Springboard mentor, and I'm here to show you how to set up GitHub the easy way so you can use it in the Springboard course. So to get started, just a quick explanation. Git, the language, is connected to GitHub, the website, and it's for the purpose of version control. And if you go and look on line to try and look at commands for GitHub and how you might want to do this, I found that a lot of my mentees have been getting really confused because there's so much out there. And the reason that there's so much out there is because Git is intended to be used by multiple people on a single project. And so there's a lot that goes into that, and it can get complicated pretty quickly. However, for the Springboard course, all that we have to do is have a local repository on our computer where we have our Springboard work, and that we push up to our GitHub so that our mentor can look at it, so that we have a place where it's publicly available, right? And to do that, it's very, very easy. And so for this video, I'm going to show you how to do that. So to get started, you make a GitHub account, and now you can see here's my GitHub. This is my main page. And what you want to do is create a new repository. You find this little green button here. We're going to click on that. And we're going to make a new repository with some really creative name like Springboard. Okay? It's going to be a public repository so other people can use it, and you're going to initialize it with a README. Okay? And click Create Repository. Okay, so now here we are. We have our repository, and this is where we're going to want to have all of our work. So now what we need to do is get this onto our computers. So we're going to see this clone or download button over here. Click on this. We're going to copy this link here to this link will help us download this repository onto our computer. Now what we're going to do is we're going to open up Terminal. So I use this terminal called iTerm2, which I highly recommend people download. It's very simple. It's just right here. You go to Google, iTerm2. And it's basically the same thing as Terminal on a computer, but it's just easier to read and easier to work with, and you can customize it how you want to. But anyway, this is what I'm using here if you're wondering what this was. So we have iTerm2, and what you're going to want to do is navigate to the place where you're going to want your GitHub. So let's say for me, there are a few commands. If you're not familiar with how to navigate in Terminal, we're going to go over that real quick. So pwd shows you where you are. I'm in just my regular user folder. If I want to change directory, so I might go to my desktop, right? And I can click tab to autocomplete, and now I'm in my desktop, right? Now I'm just going to put this on my desktop. For you, you're going to want to go wherever it is you want this folder to be, and this is where you're going to be putting all of your work for the rest of the course. So once you get to that place and you've navigated to where you want to be, you're going to write git clone, and then you're going to paste in this repository URL that you've just copied, right? Click return, and it's going to create this folder, this Springboard folder. So you're going to cd, which is just to change directory, into that folder, and now here we are, right? And if you do ls, which shows you the contents of the directory, you are going to see that it has just that README in it, right? So now this is the folder where you're going to be doing all of your work for the rest of the course. Everything that you do, you want to put inside this folder, and I'm going to show you why. So let's say you're working on a new assignment and you create a Jupyter notebook, right? Go in here, and here it comes up. I'm going to make a new a new notebook, and I'm just going to call this my first assignment, right? Okay. You're going to say it's 2 + 2 = 4, or 2 + 2, boom, 4, amazing. We've done our first assignment, okay? Now, I go back to my terminal, right? And here we are in the Springboard. And now I can see my first assignment.ipynb, right? If I go to my Springboard, however, and I refresh, you're going to see that it hasn't changed, right? We still just have the README in here. We don't have our new assignment yet. So we finished our new assignment. What do we do now? So there's 4 commands that you need to know, and these are just the 4 commands. You should write them down that you're going to be using every time you want to make a new, upload something to your GitHub. So the first one is going to be git status, right? And what this is going to show you is that you have your My First Assignment in red, which means it's not currently being tracked. So what you want to do is to add it to what's called a commit. So what you're essentially doing is a commit is a snapshot of this folder at a given point in time. And so you need to create a commit, and then you need to push that commit to your GitHub. And as you do this over time, what's amazing about GitHub, and because this is a version control software, is going to have every commit that you've ever done. And so if you ever mess up, right, you can go back to a previous commit and see exactly where you were and get that back. So this is why it's so useful in the engineering workflow, right? So we've done git status, we've seen what's there and what isn't being tracked. So the next thing you want to do is do git add, and then you type in the file that you want to add, right? Very simple. Press enter. Now we do git status again. And you can see that now it's being tracked, it's turned to green, right? So this is our new commit, right? And now we need to create that commit with the second command, or the third command, sorry, git status, git add, git commit's the third one. Git commit -m, which means that you need to put in a message. They make you put in a message so that you can see, when you're looking back at your commit, what this commit was about. So first commit is a very classic one. And now you have this, and you said you've added this one new file into your GitHub, right? The final command, number 4, is git push origin master. Boom. And it uploads right there. Now if we go to our GitHub, I'm going to refresh the page, and you can see that my first assignment is here. And the other thing that's great about GitHub, especially for Jupyter Notebooks, is now if we click on this, it actually is going to, oh, it's messed up for some reason. But normally it would show the actual IPython notebook here, which makes it really easy for your mentors to grade it. So this is the video, how to set up your GitHub. The 4 commands that you need are git status, git commit, or git add, git commit, and git push origin master. With those 4, you have everything that you need to use GitHub in this course and keep a GitHub that's current with the folder that you have on your computer. I also want to say that the commands that I'm using in this video are commands for Macs. It's the same 4 commands with the git, but for the navigation, it's going to be a little bit different if you're on a Windows machine. And I'm going to post those commands below the video. I hope this has been helpful, and good luck using GitHub throughout the course.